Hello, Renfro's folks. It's September 18th, 2023. The leaves on the dogwoods are just beginning to turn. That means it's time to think about your lawn. And very quickly, we're going to go over some items that you might think about. Fescue grass is the grass that's green year-round. This is what most everybody around here grows. This is the time to grow it. Annual ryegrass is an annual that you can put out to grow green grass with your fescue or on top of your Bermuda and your centipede and your zoysia, which are the grasses that turn brown in the winter. When you go to the grocery store and you look at the labels to look at trans fats and sodium and fat grams and all that sort of stuff, you need to learn to look at labels on grass seed. This is Shady Nook. This is what we call the Cadillac. This is Carolina. This is what we call the Oldsmobile. They're from Raleigh area, Garner, North Carolina. This is an NC State derived blend. So the tags, and we'll get you a good picture of it afterwards. The tags give the varieties that are in it. And the main thing, wherever you look for grass seed, is read that last line, weed seeds, no noxious weeds. Don't ever buy a bag that has noxious weeds in it. It's legal to sell it with noxious weeds. A noxious weed is a weed that you can't get rid of. Always look at the date, make sure it's fresh, just like you would bread or ice cream or anything else. This lists the varieties and the percentage of the varieties on the Carolina. Also, this is sun and shade, better in shade. This is sun and shade, not quite as good in shade. Annual ryegrass is just green grass during the winter. If you're gonna fertilize, you can use organics or synthetics. We can talk about that. A lot of folks like to add white clover to their lawn. You would use white Dutch, which is a short growing white clover that takes nitrogen from the air and puts it in the ground. Not to be confused with annual clover, crimson clover, that you put on your vegetable garden, or tall growing white clover, which is more of a meadow. This is basically what farmers cut for hay. This would be too tall for a lawn. There are other clovers, but if you just say, I want that yard clover, then we can point that out. In a nutshell, that's what we can help you with these next few weeks. We also can give you a box to send off to NC State and get your soil tested. We'll see you again next week. I've come back like a bad penny. Have you all noticed fire ant mounds have popped up everywhere in the last couple of weeks? They're all around the farm. They're at our house. My wife was picking jalapenos across the road today and stepped in a couple of mounds. We like this particular fire ant killer called Come and Get It. It's an organic, safe around food crops, safe around pets fire ant killer. It is a killer, but we have felt like this is the safest way we can. So I'm putting a little bit around this mound where the children play when they come down the farm. I put some right on the mound, just like that. It looks like grits. And I put a little bit out here for the worker ants and the forager ants. That's all you do. You don't wet it, you don't stir it, you don't disturb them. And you can watch as that disappears and they take it down to feed the queen. You can reapply it. But just a little dab will do you all over the place. And at least you feel like you're doing something safe. We'll see you later.